Hey guys, I'm so excited to bring you this episode of Studio Creative Kids. I've just finished teaching today at the studio and I did such a fun lesson with one of my students, Silas, that I figured I have to show you. So I wanted to do a perspective on light. So we drew these cute mice and we thought it would be so fun to make it look like he's just stolen a piece of cheese and he's gotten caught and maybe the light just pops on. So he has kind of like a surprised look on his face. And so anyways, I wanted to teach you how to do this simple lesson. You can see we only have just a few colors in here. We're mostly going to be sketching and using our pens to draw this. So if you're ready, we're going to get started. All right, you guys, for today's episode, this is what we're going to need. You're going to need a sheet of paper. You can cut this custom size to make it smaller. We're illustrating small today. A piece of paper to test out your markers. We have alcohol markers here, pencil, pen, Sharpies. I have my paint pens close by too in case we need them. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do, so we're gonna finish out the edge of this page. Your lines don't have to be perfect. Remember, art is not fussy. And if we're doing art here at the studio, that's something that we say all the time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is do two little lines on either side pointed up to kind of give me where I want my mouse to sit. For my mouse, we're gonna do a wide U shape. That's gonna give us the shape of his body. There's little feet. We can do like two little rectangular shapes at the bottom. For our little piece of cheese down here, we can do a triangle and do some circles inside in different places. At the top, we're gonna kind of make like Mickey Mouse ears. So at the top of your U shape, we're gonna go around, over, and around. That's gonna give us the top of our mouse. And inside, you can do another little circular shape in there to get the shape of his ears. So for his face, we're going to do an upside down triangle for his nose. And we can't forget his whiskers on the side. I've been drawing animals all week at the studio and forgetting the whiskers. So while I'm thinking about it, I want to put them in there. Okay, from his little nose, we can draw a line down and make his little mouth. And then for his eyes, we're just going to do little circles. Easy peasy. So in the inside of his body for his arms, we're going to do two little lines here, two little lines here. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with our little loops. 1, 2, 3. Remember when you're drawing to keep your lines light. That way if you want to change something or adjust the shape, then you can easily erase. Okay, so the last part of the mouse we're going to do is the tail. So we're just going to do a curved line up. And then I'm going to come from the bottom and I'm going to match that, getting smaller and smaller and smaller to the top. So there you go. There's our mouse. All right, so we're going to make a light fixture. You can decide what angle, like I did mine going straight down. Silas wanted his to come from the side. So you can decide which way you want your light to shine. Down here, I'm gonna make just a little rectangular shape. And I'm gonna come up with a half circle to kind of make a base for my light. And then I'm gonna draw a line up. Here, I'll have it come around like that over my mouse. And then at the top of that light, we're gonna do, at the bottom base of that, we're gonna draw a half circle there. That's going to give us our light. So I'm going to make my light source come out like this on this drawing. Then I'm going to go back and match my line all the way around and come back down to the base of my light. I'm going to go out to the side here and here, and we're going to make another piece of this light. And then we're going to do just a little half circle on the bottom. And then that's going to give me my light source. If you want to, you can draw a light line from this side of the light down and over, and that will show you where your light source is going to shine. Okay. All right, so behind him, these guys, we made them look like he was in a city. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to draw a line across the top of my page, and I'm just going to make it look like he's standing in front of a big building. So behind him, we're going to draw a door. And then I'm just going to draw windows all around the rest of the building. I'm going to draw some that kind of go behind my light. And you can make whatever scenery you want in the background of your drawing. It's your piece of art, so you can make it whatever you would like it to be. All right, and then up here, I may just do some swirls that go behind this light here. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do. You can decide how you want the background of your drawing to be. I'm just gonna make it look like a city. Like maybe a fancy hotel that he just stole a piece of cheese out of and the light just catches him. So he's in shock. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I have these little outlining pens. And double check first when you're using an outlining pen, because you just want to make sure that when you color over it with your markers, or even your pen, I'll show you here, that when you're coloring over it with your markers, that it's not gonna smear. So let's see that. So these both stayed pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll stick with the Bic pen. That's the most general one that you guys would have access to. So what I'm gonna do is with my Bic pen, I'm gonna trace my whole drawing. So I'm gonna trace this and we'll fast forward. Okay, so now you can see I just traced the whole drawing. What we're going to do first is we're going to get a yellow marker. And this is so fun. What we're going to do is we're going to go out from that line we made for our light source. We're going to, I can't get my words together. We're going to color in everything that's within those lines. So you see how I went down from those lines, and everything within this point, we're going to color it in, okay? That's going to give us our light. Okay, how cute is that already? Okay, and then what I have here are I have two different shades of gray. So what I'm going to do with my gray is I want to go, and I'm going to go on the other side of the line, and I'm going to color everything else in with my gray marker. We're going to keep it simple today. I'm even going to go inside the line and just add a little bit of shadow of this gray here and there inside my drawing to kind of make it just match up just a little bit. All right, and then with my darker gray, I'm gonna go and just add like a little bit of a highlight here and there in my drawing. I'll frame out this side and over. And inside my windows of my building, I'm gonna color those in with that gray. Okay. And even inside my light, just gonna trace that over. So cute. Okay, and then inside my mouse, inside this point, then you can get a light color, and I'm just gonna color him in a little bit. I love that, the look of it, even though you're coloring it in, he still looks like he's standing under the light. I'm gonna do some pink for his ears and his nose. And then I'm gonna get a darker yellow for the cheese. Yes. All right, you guys. So once we get to this part, let me also add a little bit more light to the light there. All right, I'm going to take this darker yellow and I'm going to go across the top of the light here. And I'm just going to outline my light source here. All the way around my picture. Isn't that so cool? Like, we're really only using just a few colors. The grays, the yellows. It looks so cute. I love it. All right, so with the pen, first you can sign your art at the bottom. So let's not forget that because we're almost to the done part. I'm gonna just come in here and just add little details. Like here and there, I'm gonna give my mouse like just a little bit texture of hair. And then here I can come and just add more designs in my windows if I want to. The sky's the limit on what you can think of and what you can imagine. I might just add a little bit more for my doors. And then on these, we put caught in the act. So I might put that on the bottom. Since my little mouse is caught in that. So there we go. And I realize I left my tea off on this one, but you know, that's real life with Miss Jenny in this studio. So anyways, I hope you guys love this art project. I had so much fun doing this today and teaching you guys how to draw this cute little mouse, stealing his little piece of cheese and getting caught in the act. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of Studio Creative Kids.